Hey, this is Carl and welcome to another top 10 video. But before we start, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps a lot. And if any of the pieces mentioned in the video interest you, you can send me a message through Facebook for more details, of course. And the link will be in the description below. So roll the intro. I will exclude these two DC pieces that were already included in my top 10 custom statue reveals of 2021. You can check out the video here if you want to check out that list. So this list will consist of DC Comics statues that I would personally buy. It may not focus on just the sculpt or the concept of the statue, and I'm pretty sure I will not be able to capture all good DC statues since I am not allowed to share some of them. But I'm pretty sure this list will be good enough, well, hopefully. First, will probably make a lot of you scratch your head. But hear me out, it's not every day you see a custom Alfred statue. And if you collect DC statues, you would most likely have one or more Batman statues. And owning an Alfred statue to go with your Batman makes a lot of sense, right? Plus, it's sculpted pretty good and doesn't even need a lot of space to display. Whoa, you're still here for number 9. Good, and thank you. So at number 9 is we have this Deathstroke. This is one of the coolest Deathstroke quarter scale statue around, plus it comes with a lot of switch outs. Steven did a phenomenal job on this Deathstroke. It definitely showed his strengths in sculpting. Love the well balance of textures and non-textured areas here. Lots of details on the armor and other accessories he have on his body. Next is this diorama of Batman fighting the Joker. Sculpt on both character looks amazing, especially the portraits on Joker. Very dynamic statue indeed. One of the best representation of Batman and Joker fighting each other, in my opinion. Next might come as a surprise again. This is not your typical DC characters. It's a different kind of DC characters, and we have this DC metal line. This is not a diorama, but you could get all 3 of these characters at a bundled price and display them all together. And of course, you can get them individually. I'll just put all 3 of them here since they all look good next to each other. I love all the intricate details they sculpted to the characters and of course the base. A lot of stuff is definitely happening, which makes the statue or the diorama really good. I know this is not for everybody, but I'm just here to appreciate the sculpt. Next is this Batman on Throne. This Batman is based from the Arkham game. I think you can kinda tell by his costume and the stuff in this throne. This is probably the best custom Batman on Throne around. Sculpt is definitely real good. The only bad part of this statue is that it was used to scam a lot of people. Good thing it was continued by a different commissioner, a more reputable one. Next is we have another throne, and this time it's the Joker. This is sculpted by Caleb Nepsden in case you didn't see his signature renders. Yep, his renders is always colorless. But it kinda helps since you get to see a lot of the details of the sculpt. As always, Caleb did a phenomenal job on this Joker. Plus the throne isn't that big, which makes it very easy to display. You can even display it next to that Batman on throne. Next is we have a Doomsday. I think this is the very first time I've seen a custom Doomsday statue. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this one actually looks pretty good in my opinion. I would even choose this over other quarter scale licensed Doomsdays around. Of course, the Prime 1 Doomsday is pretty good, but that's 1/3 scale. Anyway, going back, I really love the sculpt and should fit easily next to your other DC statues. Congratulations for reaching number 3. It's quite a long list and you stayed. I appreciate that and thank you very much. Next is we have this museum type killer Croc. I actually didn't like this when I first saw it. What convinced me is when I saw the progress of the prototype and it made me realize what this statue could be. Looks amazing, huh? This killer Croc is also a part of a museum type of DC villains. So far, all of them are sold out and all of them look very amazing. Second to the last, and we have this Frank Miller Batman. This is probably one of the best Frank Miller Batman around. There's actually a different Frank Miller Batman that looks pretty good too, but it has already shipped. Really wanted to pre-order this one, but I have to prioritize other pre-order first before this. I love the sculpt, especially the torso switch out. It's very unique since we don't usually see Batman with an armor. Finally, at number 2 is we have this Bane, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy diorama. I think the concept and sculpt already speaks for itself. Love everything about the statue, and even though it's a diorama, it still doesn't take up a lot of space. So that's the end of the list. Those are my top 10 DC statues that are currently on production. I know you probably think I should have added this statue or that statue. But like I said, this list is based on statues that I actually would consider buying and that I think looks pretty good. Anyway, comment down below which pieces do you think needs to be in the list, and I might be able to compile a part 2 of this list. Thanks for watching till the end. Like and subscribe. This is Carl and see you in the next one.